You have just completed the campaign for Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, and you are sitting around twiddling your thumbs wondering what to conquer next. Well, look no further, because I'm about to introduce you to something amazing. Did you know that you can explore the map of Calradia with your friends? Did you know that you can 1v1 players on the world map? And get absolutely bloody smoked? Did you know you can do mounted 5v5 battles with your friends? And get absolutely smoked again? Did you know that you can just sit around with good and bad company, talk about cars and dream about women, and some very bad boys can just turn up and cause trouble? But not to worry, your friends are here to back you up when it hits the fan. Friends? 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 Phew, it's okay, they're all here. In this 5v5 we were on foot and we challenged the enemy to a straight duel. One champion from either team decided to step forward. This should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's see what happens.
3, 2, 1, go!
Swing to the left, swing to the right, swing down below, left, block, 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 block! I think we got this one in the bag, boys and girls. It, whatever. Charge! That didn't go down very well. But anyway, lastly, did you know that it's not all PvP and you can take on some PvE bosses as a group of 5 together for some really awesome rewards. This boss in particular is one of the most toughest bosses in the game, but when you've got a good group of friends around you, nothing is impossible in life. And if this all interests you, then stick with me and I will talk you through step by step on how to set up Bannerlord and how to get started in the actual game. And don't forget, there's timestamps at the bottom if you need to fast forward. So head over to Google, search for Bannerlord Online, and this is the link you need to click on. You'll be on the Bannerlord Online homepage, and the first thing you'll need to do is create an account. So click sign up. So enter your desired username, followed by your email address, followed by a password. Verify that you are human and not a robot, and then click register. The next step is to download the launcher, assuming you have Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord installed. Then click on the launcher and get it installed. I like to create a desktop shortcut for ease of access. So once you've loaded up Bannerlord Online, click a server to play on. Now, as far as I'm aware, the EU server is the most active, and it's the one that I play on. So go ahead and click create character. Now it doesn't really matter which culture you choose, but just choose your favourite one. I will be choosing Sturgia. Go ahead and fly through character creation. So a couple of pointers, if you mess up here, you can always delete your character and make another one. Also, it's probably worth mentioning that you're allowed up to 3 characters per server. Once you are happy, click done. Give your character a cool name. Once you're done, hit OK. And now all you need to do is click join the server. So you've just loaded into the actual game. The best advice I can give anyone joining this game is read everything. You fled from your old life, rushing off to new lands, previously unknown to you. After several weeks on the stormy sea, the majestic expanses of Calradia are open at your feet. Having established yourself as a capable person on the ship, you quickly become part of the team and made friends. One of them, Godric, has decided to go down to the land with you. Godric says, "We arrived in Calradia, a land that has seen many bloody battles. Previously, all of its territories were under control of a single empire. but now cities constantly change hands under the influence of various clans, which entails both small clashes on the borders and full wars. An excellent time to gather your military squad. Mercenaries are high in demand in these parts. Click the next option. Exactly. And it's also worth buying good equipment from merchants. You can earn money by working in the nearest villages or by fighting in the arena here in the city. To begin with, I advise you to go to the village and earn some dinars there. Then we will meet at the local tavern. So the first quest of Bannerlord Online has now been activated. We've started off in Zeonica, which is in the middle of the campaign map. And what we need to do is go to the first village to start making some money. The first village is called Tarkutis, and it's just slightly on the east of Zeonica. Now you might encounter some looters on the way, and if you do, just try to avoid them. Head over into the village. And the first thing that we need to do is speak to the headman. To find where the headman is, hold Alt. Once you get to the headman, go and speak to him and ask him if he has any work for me to do. So you can do hilling, planting, watering, harvesting and transferring to make some money. Once you're ready, click deal. So now we can start making money on the fields. So making our way around the corner, we have got our farming patch. And to do this, press F to pick up a hoe. So once you found a good patch, press F to prepare the soil. And as you can see, we can start earning money as we prepare the soil. Once you finish preparing, we need to start planting. So drop your previous tool by pressing G, press F to take some wheat bag and make your way back over to the holes. Same again, F to start planting. Man, it's really busy over here. I'm surprised the economy hasn't crashed with all the farmers around. But I guess teamwork makes the dream work. Once you're happy with how many you've planted, we need to start watering the sprouts. So first press G to drop your seed bags and then press F to pick up a watering jug. What we need to do is we need to make our way down to the river to go pick up some water. Once we get to the river, press F to fill your watering jug. Make your way back towards the plot and press F to start watering. You can pour the water 5 times before you need to refill. Once you have completed watering, you need to head over back to the barn to get a sickle. Press G to drop your watering jug and then F to pick up a sickle. Head back to the farming plot and start harvesting your wheat. As you are doing all these activities, you start leveling up too. So once you've got your 5 out of 5 wheat, we can start making our way back towards the barn, and what we'll need to do is press F to deposit the harvest. As you can see, we made about 5k for our honest day's work. We've completed the first part of money making. Let's move on to the next one. So what we need to do next is head west of Tarkutis, as we're going to be boar hunting. The next village's name is Zeocoris. Remember to try and dodge any looters on the way. We're not quite ready for them just yet. So once again, what we want to do is we want to enter the village and make our way down towards the headman. You can see the headman by holding Alt. Once you get to him, press F to speak to him. Tell him that you're looking for work. And as you can see, he'll pay you for boar hunting, transferring the carcasses to your horse, and carcass delivery to the warehouse. So what we need to do right now is we need to go ahead and saddle a horse. Man, it's really busy over here again. I think everyone's out boar hunting again. So once you get to the horse, press F to mount it, and then you can use your scroll bar to pick up your bow and arrow. What you need to do is you need to hold Alt and then make your way over to where the boar traces are and find yourself some boars to hunt. So with your bow equipped, get off your horse and then go towards the boar, and then you can aim to hit it. You can do it while you're riding the horse too, but I find it easier just to get off the horse because your shots are more and more accurate. So you need to bring your horse really close and press F to pick up the boar carcass, and then it transfers to your horse automatically. Go ahead and do this 5 more times. Now a couple of tips here is what you can actually do is you can scare the boars away by getting too close. So what you need to do is aim for the boar from far and then take out a few and then just pick them all up. Some people say this is the best way to make money in the early stages of the game, but I beg to differ. Once you have all 5 out of 5 boars, we can hold Alt and start making our way towards the warehouse to transfer the carcasses, and that is boar hunting. So the next village we want to head over to is the mining village, which is Neocoris. And once we get there, we want to head inside. Hold Alt to find the location of the headman and make your way down towards him. Once you get to him, ask him if he's got any work for you to do. He'll say yes, and he'll pay you 14 for ore mining and 145 for ore delivering. Hold Alt to find the location of the mine. And once you get there, you're going to have to pick up some pickaxes and a bag by pressing F. Now, ore veins are generally in the centre of the area or on the walls, so just start picking away and picking up your pieces. Once you get a maximum of 5, you can start transferring them to the minecart. Now, because it's really busy over here, we've had to move over to a different area, unfortunately. But don't worry, there's lots of mining locations dotted around this area. Just hold Alt to find them. So a good tip that is worth mentioning here is once you collect all 5 and you manage to fill up the minecart to 50 out of 50, you get a nice share of money that is split between the players that contributed to the minecart. Once the minecart gets full, it will start moving away magically and it will basically empty to 0. Some people say that mining is the best money maker, but I don't know. I believe the next one is the best money maker, which is woodcutting, which is the one we're moving on to next. So moving on to woodcutting, we want to move down towards Alissos, which is the woodcutting village. Once you get there, head inside the village. Hold Alt to find where the headman is and make your way down towards him. Once you get to him, you can ask him if he's got any work for you to do. He'll say yes, and he'll pay you 89 for tree felling and 898 for transferring the wood. Make your way towards the tree stump to go ahead and pick up an axe, and to do that you press F. Now go ahead and start swinging your heart out. It's probably worth mentioning that you should target the trees with the X's on them. You can only pick up 3 piles at a time, so once there's 3 piles on the floor, go ahead and pick them up and you can transfer them to the main wood pile. Now for me, I would personally say that this is the best money maker. I've spent hours here in this game just sitting here and just chopping wood, just because it's nice and easy and it's really rewarding. But feel free to choose your own path. This is a MMO and nothing is wrong. Look at the amount of money I've made just by chopping wood. So once you have 50 to 60k dinars, we need to go back to Zeonica and go and see Godric at the tavern. Once inside the tavern, go ahead and walk towards Godric. Go ahead and speak to him. He will say, "Greetings, did you manage to earn extra money?" He'll say, "Excellent, my time was also well spent. I earned some money and found an interesting job." He's basically telling you to go to the marketplace and buy some armor and a weapon. So what we need to do now is we need to go to the armor smith and weaponsmith. So head to the town surroundings, and what we need to do is we need to press Alt to find where they are. Now the good thing is the merchants don't actually move around, they are quite static and they are always in the same place. We'll start with the armor master. So go ahead and ask to see what products are on the market right now and show all goods. Click on value to go from cheapest. Now what we need to do is we need to find some tier 2 armor. We can start with a helmet, a cape and a body, and we'll pick some boots up too. I went for villager leather tunic, a bear pelt, mailed chausses for the feet, and an iron nasal helm over leather. This should add up to around 10k. Next we'll be moving over to the weaponsmith. So once again, what products are on the market, show all goods. And here I picked myself up a falchion and a round shield. This added up to a total of around 7k. Pleasure doing business with you. Next, if you press I, it will load up your inventory. And then you need to click on battle outfit. And you can start moving your armors and weapon over. Now we need to start heading back towards Godric. It is very important that you read this part. Attacks on residents have become more frequent lately. Rumour has it that the bandits have set up a camp somewhere outside the city. The seneschal of the city of Zeonica will provide a reward to anyone who can destroy the lair. I'm going out of town right now to track down their location. I think that for a small fee we can hire several Imperial recruits. They can often be found on the city streets. Hired people need food. You can buy it in the markets of the cities of Caradia, or you can make it yourself. I'll give you a supply for a couple of days, but keep an eye on it yourself from now on. Hire 3 fighters and follow me. So Godric has given us some orders, and what we need to do is we need to go to the town surroundings in the city and go and hire some Imperial recruits. There's a bunch of them directly in front of us, so what you need to do is you need to go up to them, press F, speak to them and hire 4. Then head over to the trader, and what you need to do is you need to hold Alt if you want to find him. Hold Alt if you're struggling to find him. Ask him what products are in the market and then show all goods. You need to buy a little bit of bread. I bought about 60, but all you need to do is buy about 20 or so. And then we need to find Godric outside. So with our troops, we need to walk around outside Zeonica. A quick tip here, you can click at the bottom of the screen and click on Quest. So if you're ever unsure on what quest you're supposed to be doing, this will tell you where to go next. So the quest guide is basically telling us to go northeast of Zeonica. Now this location might be different for everyone, but what we're doing is we're looking for the bandit hideout, which is just right outside Zeonica. We are meeting Godric there. Speak to Godric and then head straight in. Once inside, you can go ahead and try and fight your way through it. Don't worry too much about this one. Godric is extremely strong and you should be able to basically take out the bandits and looters quite easily. Work your way through the looters. And once you have defeated the looters, a message will pop up. Click done and then move all your loot over into your inventory. You will be overweight, but we can fix that, don't worry. So now we need to make our way back towards the tavern and go ahead and speak to Godric. Once at Zeonica, go inside and visit the tavern. Go ahead and go and speak to Godric. He will say, "We did a great job and the Seneschal is happy. Here's your portion of the reward. We'll have to split up for a while. It was good to fight side by side with you. Perhaps we will meet again in a tavern, much like this one. Good luck and congratulations, you have completed the tutorial." So now you're probably wondering what happens next. So now we need to go ahead and pick up ourselves a horse and a mule for carry weight. Let's go and head on into town. If you hold Alt, you can see where we need to go. And the first place we're going to go to is the stable master, which is just on the right. So here what we need to do is we need to pick ourselves up a horse. If we go by value, for this example I picked up a Nahasawi and a Decrypt desert horse and a Britannia horse harness. And the reason for that is because we don't quite have the riding level yet to use the Nahasawi horse. So unfortunately we'll have to start with the Decrypt horse. Luckily we gathered enough money at the start of the game to collect both horses. Go ahead and press I. Click on Battle Outfit. Add your horse and add your harness. Next we want to head over to the trader, and what we want to do is we want to buy ourselves a mule. The mules would cost around between 5 to 10k. Remember not to buy the one that's the old mule. What you want to actually buy is the normal mule. This one. So you've got a horse and you've got a mule. You can move around faster and you can carry a lot more. So when we beat those bandits, they gave us a load of junk. What we need to do is we need to head over to the artisan. If we speak to the artisan, we can go ahead and get rid of some of the junk that we've got in our inventory. The artisan is located near the back of the streets. When you speak to the artisan, you need to click on I have unwanted items for sale. At this stage of the game, you won't have a lot of rare items, so you just go ahead and get rid of whatever you've got. And it's this part where the grinding actually starts. So what we need to do now is we need to press C because we need to look at something. This is a list of skills that we've got, but what we're focused on right now is trading. Trade has 2 very important perks at the start of the game. You know that mule we picked up earlier? Well, to get another one, we need to level up trading and get the first skill perk unlocked. And to do that, what we need to do is we need to go over to a trader and start a trade route. So once you get to the trader, go ahead and speak to him and ask him if he has a cargo that should be delivered. So delivering cargo, what we need to do is we need to head over to Boar and click on some of these deliveries over here. If you put it in name order, you'll be able to go down to Boar. So a good bit of advice is don't go over 150% of your total carry weight. So for me, don't go over 97. So now we need to start heading east towards Boar. This is going to be one of the early grinds of the game, but honestly guys, I promise you it's going to be so worth it once you get that second carry weight unlocked. So keep at it, don't give up, it'll be all worth it in the end. So once you get to Boar, we need to go ahead and go to the trader. So Boar was a bit annoying for me at the start. I did not know how to get up the steps. I was literally getting off my horse and manually walking towards the trader, and it was taking even longer. But before I went up to the steps, I picked up some more Imperial recruits, as these help with the carry weight. So what we need to do now is we need to go up to the steps, and obviously we can't go up, straight up, because our horse will break its neck. So what we need to do is we need to go at an angle. If you walk up at an angle, your horse can easily get up the stairs. I don't know why this is. This is a strange thing that Bannerlord Online has, but I guess it's the same in the normal game. So head on over towards the trader, and the trader should be just about over here. Speak to him and say take the load, and then what we want to do is we want to ask him again and see if any cargo should be delivered. This, as far as I'm aware, is the only way to level up your trading skill. So go ahead and do another delivery to Zeonica, and don't forget the 150% rule, because if you carry way too much then you won't be able to travel as fast as you can. And you're probably wondering why I'm saying do it between Boar and Zeo. Well, this is actually the safe zone between the two areas, because the looters will not attack you. As you can see, I did not find a delivery at Boar, but what we can do is we can go back to Zeo and then just quickly rinse and repeat and try our best to get it to level 2, the next perk. Normally when that happens, that means that basically there's other people taking the deliveries basically, and yeah, we just need to be faster than them. So go ahead and speak to the trader and ask him if he needs a cargo that needs delivering. Head down to Boar and then basically pick up as much as you can, but don't overburden yourself because you will be mega slow. So once you get to level 20, go ahead and unlock the Advanced Caravaneer perk. What you need to do is go head over to the trader and go ahead and buy another pack mule. And don't forget guys, this needs to be the normal pack mule, not the old mule. You should not need to pay more than 10k for it. And with that, our carry weight has increased. So what you should do at this point is you should press C and then head over to trade. And I specifically waited for this example guys, because once you get to level 30 you can't level up anymore. So you will need to increase the social attribute point by 1. Increasing it by 1 will allow you to get all of the perks necessary for the trade skill. So you will need to do this between 30 to 50 times. I don't think the XP is based on distance, it's based on weight. Once you reach level 40 in trade, don't forget to buy your third mule. Honestly, I remember doing this and I was like, thank God I don't need to do any more deliveries. Amazon probably pays the worst anyway, so I mean, I feel really sorry for couriers, and now I know how they feel. And lastly, don't forget to activate your perk. So press C, head down to trade, and unlock the second perk. And by doing this early in the game, honestly guys, you will thank me so much. Moving on, at this point guys, honestly, the world is your oyster in Bannerlord Online. I will definitely start fighting looters. And don't worry too much about dying, because you don't really lose much at this stage of the game. Just work on getting your leadership and riding skills up. As long as you make sure you have a higher number of army than the looters, you should probably never lose, to be fair. And with your single player experience, looters should be a piece of cake. It's when you start taking on a larger number of looters that's probably when you're going to struggle in the game, to be fair. So once you have killed enough looters and you've unlocked riding level 10, feel free to swap out your old horse for your Nahasawi horse, and then yeah guys, just keep grinding, because as you can see, the more perks you unlock, The more faster you get at the game, the better your character gets, the stronger your character gets, the more agile your character gets. And yeah, with leadership, you can increase how many fighters you can have in your party. So a big question that gets asked in the global chat is, how do I get a trader's license? Well, if you head over to the Seneschal, you can speak to him, and he is the guy you need to speak to if you need a trading license in the city. This will allow you to go ahead and basically sell your stuff. So all you need for now is a basic license, so go ahead and buy the license. It's only 300. And then for this example, guys, we can go ahead and head over to the stable master and basically go ahead and sell our horse for, I don't know, a set amount of gold, let's just say 5k. So without that license, you would not be able to sell items on the market. That's both here in the stable and in the trader's market stall. Easy peasy, wouldn't you say, guys? So the last thing I want to touch upon, guys, is joining a clan. Sometimes in the in-game menu, you'll see people recruiting for a clan. And if you would like to join a clan, what you can do is you can whisper to the person that's advertising. After a little bit of a discussion, usually they will meet you at a desired location of your choice to send you an invite. In this example, we decided to meet at the tavern in Zeonica. We decided to meet upstairs in the tavern because that is where all of the crazy people and all of the dodgy dealings happen. So what you have to do is you have to wait for the invite, hold F and accept the clan invitation. You can also create or join a group or trade with people by holding F. The clan leader, Grumbling Storm, wanted to personally take me up towards the clan hall. I was a bit worried about going up there because when you leave the safe zone, any forms of looters can attack you. But just like in the campaign map, if you have more troops than the looters or the bandits, then they will leave you alone as they are too scared of you. And lucky for us, our leader had more troops than them. Omor, capital city of Sturgia, our home. So to enter the clan hall, all you need to do is click on the enter the clan hall option. Once you enter inside, the explaining will be done by your leader, and they will tell you exactly what goes on in here. Can't wait to claim the Frostlands and Desert. The beauty about joining my clan Winterwolves is every new player gets a starters package. To receive it, you need to hold F to trade, and you'll be given a nice set of armor and weapons. It's worth mentioning that you won't be able to improve unless you actually join a clan. If the clan is developed, then you will get a party size of plus 20 increase, hero experience boost of 30%, troop experience bonus of 25%, personal warehouse capacity increased of plus 500. And last but not least, squad movement speed on the global map. So these are the current clans that are active in the Sturgian Alliance. The clans inside the Sturgian Alliance are predominantly English speaking, so feel free to pop up in global chat at any time. Other active clans in Bannerlord Online are as follows: Bad Company, Crazy Boys, the Royal Knights, Cog Online, Cot, and Sky People. Some of these clans will join up together and make an alliance. For example, there's the Sturgian Alliance, consisting of these houses, the Great Northern Alliance and the Valandian Alliance. But as the days change, so do the alliances. Friends will wake up enemies, and enemies can wake up as friends. So this is the end of the video. I just wanted to take some time out and thank everyone who participated in the creation of this video. Thank you for giving me the best experience in Bannerlord Online, and I know for a fact new players will be feeling warm and welcomed just like I have been. And people, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, give the video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you would like a part 2.